Hello, and thank you for joining me for today's Sunday sermons. My name is Jen Espinosa-Goswami. I help coaches, counselors, and therapists speak on stage to grow their profit and their platform through public speaking. So if that's intriguing to you, make sure you hit subscribe down below this video. Today's topic is one you don't hear a lot. When I was doing some research for this video, it came up with ways to be an awesome signature speaker or to choose your signature topic or speech. Today, we're going to be talking about 3 mistakes I commonly see within signature speech topics when it comes to selecting the topic that's best for your business. Now, a story came up when I was thinking about choosing this title because one of the mistakes that new speakers make all the time is they wait until they're invited to speak on someone's stage before they decide what their topics are and or what their title is. I've had some speakers who don't even know what their title is until literally days before they're going to deliver a presentation that someone invited them to share. So this goes back to, if you've seen Pretty Woman with Julia Roberts and Richard Gere, it reminds me of that scene where when Richard Gere first meets her, he's like, "What is your name?" And she comes back to him with kind of the snarky response, right? "What do you want it to be?" And he just kind of gave her the side eye. If that's your response when people are asking you to present to their audience, that's an automatic no for anyone. You should know intimately what your signature speech topics are, what your title is, and you should have all that figured out before anyone even tries to engage with you or connect with you in regards to the work that you do in this world. So I just thought that was a really good short story to illustrate what we're talking about today. But here are 3 mistakes I see new speakers make all the time when it comes to their speech topics. Topics, not the titles. The titles is a different story. So mistake number 1, and these are the 3 T's. We'll go through the 3 T's. T number 1 is too clever or cute. And here's what I mean by that. When I was doing research for my Public Speaking for Coaches masterclass, I only researched women who I know are doing keynote speaking today. So these are women I follow, these are people I'm very familiar with in the space. They talk about everything from sales and leadership to public speaking, because that's my competition. And what I was noticing that some of them kind of walked the boundary between being too clever or too cute, but then their subtitle would go to the crux of the matter or the main topic that they were shooting for. Here's what I notice about that. If you're too clever or too cute, for example, you use an acronym that nobody else knows, but is very clever, and you spend a lot of time coming up with this thought leadership, but nobody knows what it is, they will disregard it. If you come up with something that's super cute, maybe very trendy, very TikTok friendly, that sort of thing, they're like, "Oh, it's just a trend. It may not apply to my industry," or "That's not the type of people we serve." They will disregard it. Do not be clever or cute, or if you are, just a little bit, so you can intrigue and pique interest, but not so clever and cute that you have people saying, "I don't know what this person is all about, but this does not feel like the right vibe for my audience." That's mistake number 1. Mistake number 2, too confusing. And here's what I mean by this. I had a conversation with a coach about a year ago, and she was in the transformational spiritual health space. So she did a variety of different methodologies and techniques, things such as tapping and chakra cleansing and Akashic records and connecting with your ancestors, things of that nature. So she was alienating quite a bit of her potential audience because you have audience members who will be aware of the techniques you're talking about, but a greater majority of the people will be unaware of the techniques you're talking about. So when it comes to the coaching work you do not want to lean into the modalities, the methodologies, or the framework you're using. That is what you do in your content for your signature speech, not in your topic or title. You should never mention the methodology or tools or jargon in your industry within your topic or title, because you will miss at least 50% of your potential audience. So do not use confusing jargon that is specific to your industry. Make it more general, and make sure you invite people in with the language you're using. For example, instead of saying chakras, you could say energy. That's something that more people can connect to and understand without you having to explain it. You should never have to explain your signature speech. It's like someone saying, oh, if you had to explain the joke, you didn't get it, or the joke was not successful. The same holds true for your signature speech. Third mistake I see new speakers make all the time, it's kind of like what they make in TED Talks. So I'm not blasting TED Talks, people who get up on that stage and practice and do all the work of submitting the application, showing up, delivering amazing value. They are thought leaders, and I'm not trying to reduce what they do. A TED Talk is not a signature speech. A TED Talk is not a signature talk. A TED Talk is telling an important idea. It's a thought-based idea. Your audience may or may not do anything different as a result of hearing you speak. That's not the goal of your signature speech. You want your audience to know that there's a promise for a better tomorrow. TED Talks type presentations will instead focus on current state or on an observation that hints at a promise but doesn't necessarily guarantee a promise or a difference within the future. Do you see the distinction there? It's very slight, but it's very important when it comes to being a public speaker, being an expert paid speaker. You can certainly delve into thought leadership and have a TED style talk that then becomes your signature speech, but you have to be aware, you don't want to sit in the pain with your audience. Your audience doesn't want to feel more pain. Yes, you can introduce it, but your job as a speaker is to take them away from that pain and into the promised land that you shared with them as part of your signature speech title. And by the way, if you would like support with any of these ideas, because there's a lot to delve into here and we don't have as much time today because these videos are bite-sized content. But I did deliver a public speaking for coaches masterclass. And in that masterclass, we went more specifically into all of these, not just choosing your signature speech topic, but also specific titles that are being sold in the market right now. And these people are gaining significant amounts of money for keynote presentations on these titles alone, because part of it is your marketing. And we also talked about an expert speaker bio, both the long and the short bio, and what that could look like for you. And what I'm not telling everyone, but I'll tell you today, is there's also a coupon code in there worth $150. So if you'd like access to this masterclass, I do have a recording available for purchase. It's only $27. All you have to do is contact me. I'll put my email below the comments here in this video. Or if you're receiving this through my email list, then definitely reply back to the email and let me know, I want the public speaking for coaches masterclass replay. I will send it your way. I'll send you an invoice via PayPal and we'll get it done. What did we talk about today? We talked about 3 mistakes that new speakers make when it comes to choosing their signature speech title. Topic. Not title. Title is if you want me to talk about title, I can talk about that in the next video. Just let me know in the comments below this video. I also shared with you a specific way I can help you with your topics, because this is something a lot of people struggle with. I know I struggled with it in the beginning. I had many mistakes I made along the way. This was definitely one of them for me as well. So I resonate with you. I was in that space. So let me know if you'd like my support through purchasing a copy of the Public Speaking for Coaches Masterclass. I should be able to pronounce my own masterclass for only $27. Or if you're like, I don't need more training, I just need to get straight into it and start taking action on what I need. If you want me to dive deep into a mini coaching session for how to come up with your specific signature speech topic, I'm happy to walk you through that in a free mini coaching session. In about 30 minutes, we can get to the bottom of your preferred or best signature speech topics so that you can start working on those titles. And if it's a fit, we can talk about whether working together in the future would make sense. Otherwise, I'm happy to leave you with at least your signature speech topic, because I know once you have that nailed down, the rest kind of falls into place. My name is Jen Espinosa-Goswami. Make sure you hit subscribe so you can get my Sunday sermons, which I'll probably be renaming to summer sermons as I'm outside more and more. It's allergy season right now. You will not see me outside right now, but over the course of the summer, you might see me poolside. You might see me at the beach. I will be in the direct sunlight during the summertime, so definitely subscribe so you don't miss any videos coming forward. In the meanwhile, this is Jen. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week.